done anything at all of note in the past 5 tasks. Noel sat and talked awful boringly about everything, but he had no input either. If Bill is happy to have people in there that are too stupid to know what a billboard is, then I'm happy to be out of this task, absolutely.
So you think Bill's stupid?
Yeah.
You think Bill is stupid?
Yeah.
Here, before we move on, give us another blast of your Noel impression.
I can't, I don't want to, seriously.
Oh, go on, say, I wish I
right.
hadn't been fired as Noel.
You have to be really bored, though.
But Noel didn't seem to be the worst of them. It was Chris that seemed to get most up your nose.
Oh, God, yeah.
Why? Describe living with Chris.
No, living with Chris wasn't really the problem, because you could walk out of the room and leave. Working with Chris, you couldn't go anywhere, and he was there, you know, and I knew that they were plotting against me. Peter and I were on every single task together. He was moved over to Zest when I was, so we kind of had each other's back, I suppose. Well, he had mine, and he just said, Louise, they're all talking about you. You're going. You know that. Like, you have to prepare to fight.
Do you think that was because of something you did, or do you just think they thought, we can make her a victim?
Well, in task 4 in Galway, I had a bit of a... I wasn't very strong, shall we say.
Is this when you couldn't find the burn and got lost in Galway?
I still don't know where the burn is. The burn is... Yeah, absolutely.
How could you get lost in a city where you live?
But do you ever have one of them days where you say good night instead of good morning? You know, a really kind of silly day.
I've never had a day where I found myself standing in College Green going, where have they moved O'Connell Street to?
In fairness, getting lost in Galway is an achievement to itself.
Yeah.
Like,
Thanks very much.
The whole city is about 10 minutes on foot. Wide.
Well, we were supposed to get off at the bottom of Shop Street, and we were gone too far. When I looked up, and I was like, oh, we're gone too far, up the one-way street, back up. And I was like, right, OK, well, we'll try and go down by Nuns Island.
But why didn't you get out of the car? You could have just got out of the car, because if you're lost in Galway, you can still go,
But we did. Did you see us run?
We're stuck in traffic, but it's over there.
We ran. We did. We got
We
out
do
of the
need to find out, because...
I think you should have been less resigned to knowing that they were ganging up. I think that was your big mistake.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, in the boardroom, pitch in early.
Well, this brings us to a bit that I want to show you, because one of the things that is always worth looking at is what the reaction is like back at the house.
Hello? Oh my God, and who else is that?
Double firing. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. What? What?
Where's Eugene?
What?
Eugene?
I just want to sit down. It better be a joke. Is it a joke? Is this a production thing? It is. Kind of came back in, he's like, it was a double firing, so I believed it, and I was just devastated. I share a room with Eugene. He's just an absolute gentleman, and he's a hard worker, and he's a strong contestant.
Connor, you bad.
It's not even funny, no, that's really, like... That was
his idea. Don't pin it on me now, it was his idea.
The right person got fired yesterday. It's a good thing for me that she's gone, because she's just making my life difficult for no reason whatsoever. Regardless of what relationships people build up, I generally get on with people, and I'm getting on with most people in the house. Well, actually, right now, I'm getting on with all the people in the house.
Well, what's your reaction?
I was expecting Chris to do a song and dance to really get excited that I wasn't there, so that wasn't too bad.
Well, stay with us, folks, because coming up after the break, we're going to have a look at some more behind-the-scenes footage, and we're also going to see, has Morris finally snapped?
This week on UEFA Champions League Tuesday, Arsenal left it late in France.
Oh, how about that for a finish?
Now, they're back home with Marseille, gunning for revenge.
And the place goes wild.
Plus, we'll have highlights of the night's other big games. Arsenal v Marseille live, Tuesday from 7:30 on 3.
Captain, we're losing power.
Help! We need power.
Duracell's portable USB charger is an advanced rechargeable battery that gives your mobile devices extra hours of power when you need it most. Duracell. Power anytime, anywhere.
Surf with essential oils. Long-lasting, best-ever fragrances from Surf.
Why get one quote when you can get 14? Chill talk to over 14 insurers to find you the best deal. Chill Insurance. We'll take it from here.
Thank you. Over the past 10 years, you've saved over 1,100 lives on the road. That's the population of a small town. Changing your attitude to drink driving has played its part in this. Now the limits come down in line with Europe from 80 to 50 milligrams. 20 if you're a learner, newly qualified or professional driver. Let's save more lives. Never ever drink and drive.
New Kids on the Block and Backstreet Boys. The O2 Dublin, Saturday, April 21st, 2012. Tickets are on sale now.
At B&Q, we want you to be energy smart. So we've created the B&Q Energy Saver Centre with a wide range of energy-saving products and services. We've friendly expert advice. Our experienced team will assist you through your grant application. And we've a fully guaranteed installation service. All from one point of contact from start to finish. Practical advice to save you money and make your home more comfortable. The B&Q Energy Saver Centre. B&Q, let's do it together.
Do you know what's really smart? Tesco Mobile, taking a range of very clever pay-as-you-go smartphones and selling them for very silly prices. And as for the 1 gig of data over 30 days for only €6.99, well, that's simply genius. Pay-as-you-go smartphones for under €100. See in-store or tescomobile.ie for more.
Is the latest in anti-aging really the greatest?
Women around the world challenge that with Olay. 20 million women chose Total Effects, including her and her. The time-tested powerhouse with 7 age-defying effects. It's one I trust, the one we chose, the one and only Total Effects from Olay.
Cosmopolitan readers choose Total Effects Day Cream 2, voting it the ultimate anti-aging moisturizer.
You see, this guy's in love with you. Yes, I'm in love.
The Renault Fluence redefines standards. From only €16,990.
When you smile, I can't tell.
Well, you're welcome back to the right venue and to The Apprentice, You're Fired. We were chatting before the break with Louise, who was led to a loss by the youngest apprentice ever. Meanwhile, on the far side, Team Spirit was led to victory by what must be the most indecisive apprentice ever.
Brian, you've been dodging the project manager role, so I'm now going to appoint you as PM of Spirit.
We're definitely not losing this task on safe ideas.
Right, so shout out any of the ideas that you have.
Revolt age, so it's play on voltage.
Stop being a loser.
A waster.
Change, stop being
a
waster.
waster.
The concept, are we going with the waster one or the unplug yourself?
One or the other, or that they go with both of them.
Brian is very indecisive. He can't make up his mind which team to go for.
These are people, they look unhappy at the moment. They're burning something.
The stress, I think, is getting to him. He's panicking again today. I would love to take the job off him.
They're chairs. Why are they chairs? You need to direct them.
I don't agree. Can he please get back to work on this, and I'm going to work on selecting these images.
I'm not happy with any aspect of project management.
Now, it's 11 o'clock, right? And we have like 4 concepts. I find him very difficult to communicate with. She's unplugged herself and she's pretty happy. And it's a bit risky.
It just doesn't look enough outside of the box.
If he mentions the box one more time...
Brian, you're the project manager. You had a decision to make.
Yes.
And it should have been made a lot sooner. You're a leader.
Yeah, no,
that's
absolutely.
You're supposed to be, but you didn't make decisions.
Correct. Yes, Bill.
Spirit, a very lucky win.
Yes, Bill.
I know, right?
Well, PJ, to quote Bill's phrase, very lucky win.
Yeah, it didn't exactly lead them to victory, like you said before the video there. Like, he won because their idea was slightly less gammy than the other one. Like, you know, the idea was basically a granny riding a bike around the pub in the Wicklow Mountains, and they beat that.
Well,
And so,
how is it that Brian is surviving? Because basically what he did was sit around and say, well, we'll try 9 different ideas with the photographer and see which one sticks. It's hardly organisation.
I know, they got away, like, so lucky, and so many things just... I don't know how they even came up with what they had. First, they started off with 2 people staring at chairs on the table, which was bizarre, to say the least, and then they ended up tying each other up in cords. And,
Did you ever get a handle on what the point was of the chairs?
I still have no idea what the chairs are up there for. I wouldn't even do that in my own house for the crack. So I have no idea why it was like that.
Brian, when you saw the presentation, I mean, obviously you had the transvestite granny to compare it with, so it looked good by comparison. But were you impressed?
No. Again, I'll go back to it. It was simple. And when they were given the brief, it was about a simple campaign slogan. And I suppose they leaned more towards the simple slogan. I do think Brian had little to no input into
What was
this.
your reaction when you saw that Morris had put himself in the final picture?
Look, you know, reality TV, I think he's in the wrong reality show. This is about business, about, you know, being an entrepreneur, you know, business ideas developing. This is the wrong show for this guy.
My favourite part of the whole series so far, though, was when he totally got carried away, put himself in the pictures, wrapped himself in wire, and then during the presentation it fell, and he looked back and went, oh my God, that's me. And then he started fluffing his lines and went, what have I been doing now? I've lost my mind.
I think he thinks he's at the Abbey, or he's auditioning for this new school, the Lear, or something. I don't know.
But
you know,
is it a hunger for fame, or is it that he's in love with himself?
I think he fancies himself as Tom Ford, a bit of a Tom Ford, yeah. I think he sees himself as a bit of a lady killer, magician type. Here's my lovely assistant. I think that's what's going on. I think he's got ideas.
On that note, let's have a look at Morris the lady killer.
Size doesn't account for everything, girls.
Oh, my God.
It doesn't.
You're not doing the Hunky Dory's billboard campaign. It's B&Q.
Do you feel lucky, punk? Well, hey, do ya?
Oh, call ended. Do you get rejected a lot, do you, Suzanne?
About yesterday. All my troubles seem so far away.
Like the penguin shuffle.
And you call me Susan at another stage. I hate that.
I know you did. I did it deliberately that time. Did you not see me? You did. It was like my hands were like a penguin. Was it?
Stop talking.
So, Suzanne, was it as good for you as it was for me?
See what I have to put up with?
Well, PJ, do you ever find yourself thinking, I wish I was that gifted with the ladies?
That's brilliant. He's like a Will Ferrell character, isn't he?
But Suzanne looks like she actually wishes she had a lobotomy at some point in that car. She just sort of looks at him and the eyes go
Did you see her hitching up the top, though?
Yeah.
Does that do him an injustice? Is he actually a terribly nice fella?
He's a terribly nice
Wow.
fella, but that doesn't do him an injustice.
Excellent pause.
Has he ever applied any of the lady killing to you?
No, unfortunately, because I think it's very entertaining.
Well, it is time, by the way, we always have to throw it over to Democracy to get your view as to whether or not you pretty much, because the panel for once is definitive. The panel believes that Louise should still be in there. Before we get the cards, though, we want to just get the view of our expert, who is, of course, Mairead Fleming from Brightwater Executive. Here's what Mairead Fleming thinks of Louise's performance.
We've been watching Louise for the past 5 weeks now, and undoubtedly she's a very, very clever girl. But her communication style is quite negative, which meant she's alienated herself from her colleagues. She has some good points to say, but they're actually not hearing her because of the style of her delivery, which has been really unfortunate. And ultimately, that's been her downfall.
Well, that is Mairead Fleming's view. We need to get your view. If you think that Louise should still be in there fighting to be Bill's business partner, hold up the green cards. If you think she's right to be sitting here with us, hold up the red card. Let's see what your view is. Oh, you're hired. That's a total agreement with the panel. Does that give you any sense of relief?
I want to know why these other ones picked red.
Don't pick on the small ones. The vast bulk are with
Mum,
you.
did I not give you money to give to these people?
Me too.
yeah,
What are you thinking? What are you thinking? What, have you lost your mind, or are you related to Bill, or what is wrong with you? That's like, if Bill wants decision makers, they're not here anyway.
I think actually there was a clear case of favouritism, because I think Bill sees a little bit of himself in Connor.
Yeah.
Self-made, young guy, up from the street, you know, and I think you were very unlucky. I think maybe even if anyone else had been the PM there, maybe. I think there was a little bit of favouritism. You definitely got
Connor played it
shafted.
so well. Connor brought Bill's book in, and he was constantly, like, just repeating lines out of Bill's book. And
He's a
Bill loved it.
brown-noser.
He learned bits out of Bill's book.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But Connor said one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard as well. He says, I asked for a couch and a fireplace and a carpet and a pub, and I didn't ask for clutter. He's going, that is clutter. That's the very definition of clutter. It's like asking for a bacon, lettuce and tomato sandwich, but don't bring me a BLT or I'll stick it in your ear. You know? And all this was building up all the time, and you still got the bullet. I just can't get my head around it.
If you had to do it again, would you?
Oh, absolutely.
What would you do differently if you had to do it again?
I'd love to keep my mouth shut.
But then you'd be accused of being a coaster, you know, then I think people might say you're just, like, sitting back. I think there's a few coasters left in that have to be weeded out.
If you don't, really.
But you've no regrets for taking part?
Absolutely not, no.
Well, let's have a look back and remind ourselves of Louise's highlights.
My name is Louise O'Hara. I'm from County Mayo. People always say, you know, that we're not here to make friends, this is a competition. But I don't want to make too many enemies either.
It's like your one from Macon Do. What was her name? Mary Kingston.
More action, less noise.
Okay.
Chris is meticulous, he's sharp, he's intelligent,
and he's full of shit. I wanted to just go, oh my God, Chris, what are you doing? What are you doing?
You're doing great. Keep it up.
Stop,
Peter,
stop,
just
Chris,
one second. Don't
now.
speak to me like that ever.
Now.
Ever.
Chris is a definite problem. That's not in question. Hello, would you like to sample some of Dibley's sausages today? Okay, would you like to sample some of Dibley's sausages today?
Burgers, Louise.
They are burgers, you're right. Where do you want me? Just tell me.
That's great, lovely, happy, really happy. Happy.
Oh, I look demented.
Yeah, more hands like that.
Do you think I was happy this morning trying on your skirt?
It's not my skirt.
Oh, your Louise's skirt.
You said you wouldn't say it was my skirt.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It fitted him too, which is worse. I was dreaming about being in wardrobe. So Bill comes over and he leans down to shake my hand. And I'm such an idiot and really inappropriate. I need up to give him a kiss.
Jack, you wouldn't like that.
If only my brain was as fast as my mouth, I'm telling you, I would be dangerous.
Well, Louise, you know that nobody leaves empty-handed. We do try to find presents that you will get some use out of. So what we got you is a gift-wrap map of Galway.
I was hoping for a sat-nav.
Sat-navs are expensive. That is your present. Ladies and gentlemen, Louise O'Hara. And as well as thank you to Louise, thank you to my panel, Bavin Byrne. From B&Q, Mr. Brian Mooney and PJ Gallagher. And to give you a bit of a taster of what to expect in 7 days' time, next week looks like this.
The future of Cadbury Dairy Milk is in your hands.
In her hand, she's got the caramella, the ultimate accessory.
Tell me what you think should go in there.
I do not want the exact same bar underneath.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
We will not work with any product unless we get a particular margin, and that's the lowest we can go.
Well, thank you for joining us here tonight. If you want to see more of The Apprentice, you can get it on the new 3-player, which will have The Apprentice Behind the Scenes, and The Apprentice You're Fired. If you want to see the behind the scenes tonight, it's at 11 o'clock on 3E, and we'll be back after the main show next Monday. Until then, bye-bye.